Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, excuse me. As soon as I turned it on, I had to yawn. Now, I'm going over this, the last test, because this is important. One page of a 5-page final is this. This and this, and front and back. Then remember the last quiz, the radicals and imaginaries, about half a page is that. So very important. So I don't really consider this teaching. I'm just going to show you how to do it. First, you always check for the GCF, and that's the one thing most people forget to do. So 7 is common to all of it, and then x squared. There's an x in every term. So 7x squared. So I already got the 7. That'd be x to the 5th plus 2x to the 4th plus 3. Then you can't go any further. 5, 4, and then nothing. Now, if that would have had x cubed, we could have done something here. That's a power of 2. That's a square, so difference of squares. It'd be x squared plus 9, x squared minus 9. But I have difference of squares again. So this would be x plus 3, x minus 3. Now this one, a 4-term polynomial is either a 3 by 1 or a 2 by 2. 3 by 1 where you got 3 terms that sort of go together, then minus a square. So this is a 3 by 1. That's x plus 2, so it's x plus 2 squared. So it'd be x plus 2 plus y, x plus 2 minus y. Now this one, I don't see any minus squares, and this doesn't really look like it goes together, so I'm going to do a 2 and 2. So that'd be x to the 6, x minus 1, plus factor out the 7, x minus 1. So the common term is x minus 1, so it'd be x to the 6 plus 7. This one, oh, cubes. First, write it without the cubes. Then, square the first term, opposite sign. Product of the two, add the square. This one, GCF. That's the thing people always forget, but 5 is common to every term. So it'd be x squared plus 4x plus 4. Then, can I factor this trinomial? Oops, that's a horrible 4. Then it's what are the factors of 4 that add up to 4? So how about 2 and 2? Boy, do I have to sneeze. So it'd be 5x plus 2 squared. Now this says solve by factoring, but I gave you a break on the test. Technically, you should have subtracted 30x and go difference of squares. But if you did square root of both sides, I didn't take points off. Okay, this one, trinomial. So what are the factors of 12 that subtract to give you 1? Well, how about x minus 4, x plus 3? So you'd have x minus 4 equals 0 because you have a product equals 0. X plus 3 equals 0. So x equals 4 or x equals negative 3. This one, it's equal to 0. So we need a product, so factor out the GCF. So a lot of people did difference of squares, but 4x is not a square. So x equals 0 or x minus 4 equals 0, so x equals 4. This one, oh, I wish it had a GCF, but I think I know it. It's 4x plus 1, x plus 5, because 5 and 4 is 20, 1 and 1 is 1, 20 plus 1. So 4x plus 1 equals 0. Subtract 1. Divide by 4. And this one, x plus 5 equals 0. So x equals negative 5. Okay, here. Now, to be honest, I put really the same problem twice. Different numbers, but same problem. Subtract 9x. So if I had to do it over again, I probably wouldn't have done the same type of problem back to back. But, hey, life goes on, as they say in the big city. Okay, so factor this up. X minus 5, X minus 4. So X equals 5. I'm going to skip a step and X equals 4. So this one, subtract 5X. So really the same problem. Kind of boring, same problem. Oh, I want different problem. Hey, why do plants not like math? Because it gives them square roots. Oh, that's dumb. Here we go. So it'd be X minus 10, X plus 5. So X equals 10, X equals negative 5. Now this one, it's not equal to 0, and that's what most people mess up. It needs to be equal to 0. So I'm going to FOIL this. It's X squared plus 5X plus 6. 2X, 3X is 5X, 2 times 3 is 6. Then subtract the 2 to get a polynomial that's equal to 0. Then factor X plus 4, X plus 1. So X equals negative 4 or X equals negative 1. Woohoo! So, completing the square. So you can't do it any other way. You do, it's wrong. So I got a 1x squared and the constants over here. So the first two steps are done. So half of 6 is 3. 3 squared is 9. But do it to both sides. Then when I factor, it will be this variable, this sign, half of this number, if I added the right thing. So square root both sides. I'd have x plus 3 equals plus or minus square root of 7. So x equals negative 3 plus or minus square root of 7 when I subtract 3. So here, divide both sides by a, which in this case is 4. So it'd be x squared plus 10x plus 1. Then I'm going to subtract 1. Then it's half. Ooh, let me move this up a little bit. This is negative 1, by the way. So half of 10 is 5. 5 squared is 25. But I have to add it to both sides. Factor x plus 5 squared equals 24. Square root. Now 24 is 4 times 6. 4 is square root of 4 is 2. So I have x plus 5 equals plus or minus 2 square root of 6. So x equals negative 5. Subtract 5 plus or minus 2 square root of 6. Now, I'm getting 8 minutes already here, and I still have over half the, well, I still have a lot of problems. So I'm going to stop there and then do a video 2 for the rest of the test. Thank you.